amendment in a prescribed act. But they are also not very unimportant bodies, but they are very important bodies. But they are established by the executive, not by an act of parliament, not by the constitution. They are executive creation. Look at the screen. You can see that there is NITI Aayog. All of you must have the idea about NITI Aayog. It is a premier body, think tank, and the basic objective of NITI Aayog is to provide an affordable relationship between the central and state, to involve the states in the planning process, and to promote cooperative federalism. In cooperative federalism, both the central and state are the equal stakeholders in the planning. And NITI Aayog was established in 2015 in place of its predecessor planning commission. There was a planning commission, it was an apex body, and it had the power to design the 5-year plan, and it had other powers like granting aids, and it was called discretionary grants. But the approach of the planning commission was top to bottom approach. Planning was divided by the apex commission, and it was trickled down or sent or spread to the or diverted to the bottom, means to the periphery. But we had 12 5-year plans so far. By 2017 we had 12 5-year plans. But according to the assessment of the government, NDA government, when it came to power, Planning Commission had not been successful in giving the much desired direction to planning in India. It has been suffering from various lacuna, like top to bottom approach, and lack of participation, effective participation by the states, the stakeholders in the planning process. It focused on centralized planning system with adequate powers to the center. So it was criticized that Planning Commission was imposing or that means strengthening the centralistic tendency of our constitution. It was providing for more and more centralized administrative system. So when NDA government came to power in 2014, the foremost objective was to restructure the planning process, and accordingly the government abolished the Planning Commission in 2014 and established NITI Aayog, the National Institution for Transforming India, on 1st January 2015. On the 1st January 2015, the NITI Aayog was established, and it stands for National Institution for Transforming India. So we shall briefly examine the basic things about. I have noted down some important points about NITI Aayog. Like that of the Planning Commission, it was also created by an executive resolution. The same things that it's called a non-statutory body. So NITI Aayog is a non-statutory body. It was established by an executive directions. It's the premier policy think tank of the government of India, providing both direction and policy inputs. It is considered a think tank, means it is a group of experts and analysts who provide not only policy inputs but also the direction. It monitors, evaluates the implementation of various developmental skills, so it gives direction also. It aims at promoting cooperative federalism. which is the most coveted thing in Indian political system. There should be cooperative federalism. There should be an affordable relations between the central and states on which. Therefore, Niti Aayog's basic idea or basic motive is to establish cooperative federalism in India. So that was abolished 13th August 2014, the Planning Commission. Planning Commission had been established in March 1950, and I told you we had 12 5-year plans. And as you know, Planning Commission was often criticized as super cabinet or super government because it had granting powers. It also sanctioned discretionary grants to the states. With the advent of Niti Aayog, all these things have been done out. Composition of Niti Aayog. Okay, like the Planning Commission, erstwhile Planning Commission, the Prime Minister is also the chairperson of the ex-officio chairperson of Niti Aayog. He is the ex-officio chairperson, and there is a governing council which comprises the chief ministers of all the states, chief minister of the union territory, chief legislature, and lieutenant governors and administrators of the union territories. All are the members of the governing council, ex-officio members. Even the governor of a state under president's rule would be would be sitting in the governing council. Then regional council is formed of various chief ministers and headed by the Prime Minister also to meet the regional grievances, to discuss the regional issues. And there may be some special invitees by the Prime Minister to the Aayog. Then full-time organizations, it comprises, in addition to the Prime Minister, the Chairman, the Vice President, Chairperson, appointed by the Prime Minister and enjoy the rank of the Cabinet. It was also the same thing in the Planning Commission. The Deputy Chairperson of Planning Commission was enjoying the Cabinet rank. So likewise, the Vice Chairperson of Niti Aayog enjoys equal rank as the Cabinet Minister of the Government of India. Members, full-time members, there are certain full-time members and they enjoy the rank of Minister of State. There are part-time members, maximum 2 from leading universities, research organizations and other relevant institutions. There is no definition of full-time members, how many members will be there. But there will be values, they will be nominated by the Prime Ministers. And there are 2 part-time members who are from noted famous universities, leading universities, research organizations, or the relevant institutions in an ex-officio capacity. Part-time members should be on a rotation. Ex-officio members, maximum 4 members of the Union Council of Ministers to be nominated by the Prime Minister. There are 4 ex-officio members who will be the members of the Niti Aayog governing council organizational structure, and they will be Union Council of Ministers and they will be nominated by the Prime Minister. There is no fixed ministry for that purpose. Any minister that is 4 in number will be nominated. Okay, so you can say chairperson, vice chairperson, and some members are full-time members, then some half-time or part-time members. There is 2 part-time members, and then 4 ex-officio members. So likewise, this is the structure. The Chief Executive Officer is appointed by the Prime Minister for a fixed tenure in the rank of Secretary to the Government of India. So these are the organizational structure of Niti Aayog. So it has all the bodies and it has also regional council. Regional council consists of the chief ministers or the administrators of the union territories lying within the territory, within the regions, and the Prime Minister is also the chairperson of the regional council. And there will be some experts also, and there will be some union board ministers will be there, So it is a very widely expert body in this matter. Then objectives. Objectives of the NITI Aayog is to evolve a shared vision of national development priorities, sector and strategies with effective that is strategic and active involvement of the states. Remember that is shared vision. Shared vision means both center and states. Both center plus states. So that means you can concise it to evolve a shared vision of national development and progress. To foster cooperative federalism, that is the most important aspect of that. I told you that cooperative federalism has many dimensions. Most important dimension is to initiate or to implement or to continue with equal participation both of the center and state. Center will not be in a superior position to the states. They would come together and sit together, talk together and decide in a democratic manner what to do for the national interest. So that is also it. And it adopts down to top approach, but in planning commission that was top to down approach in planning, that is the reversal of the things. So planning will be prepared by the grassroots level, then it will be considered by the center. Special attention to those who are at risk of not benefiting adequately from economic development. The most important aspects of NITI Aayog is to cover or to achieve inclusive growth. That was what purported or what enunciated in the 11th 5-year plan. It is from 2007 to 12. 11th 5-year plan. Imagined or perceived an idea of inclusive growth, that is inclusive growth. And NITI Aayog purports to or aims at giving special attention to those unattended section of the society who are not or who have not been covered under planning since the commencement of the Constitution. So that is the most important aspect, to attend the unattended or to meet the requirements of the special those who are at risk of not benefiting adequately from the economic development. Design strategic and long-term policies and programs and monitor their implementation or progress. Design long-term planning, not 5-year planning, a long-term planning. Then 20 years, 30 years planning, and also monitor their progress, whether how far they have been implemented, how far they have been put into practice. Encourage partnership between key stakeholders and national and international like-minded think tanks, as well as educational and policy research institutions. To involve everybody, involve the experts, the people, those who have outlook for national planning, those who have outlook for national development, those who have outlook for national security, they would be involved in the process. To offer a platform for resolution of intersectoral, interdepartmental issues in order to accelerate the implementation of the report. So the departmental bottlenecks, the obstacles should be done around it. So with a view to doing that, the Aayog offers a platform for resolution of intersectoral, interdepartmental issues that often arise and they create a hurdle on the path of progress. So that will be done. Focus on technology upgradation and capacity building for implementation of programs and initiatives. So for more focus should be put on technological upgradation and other things. So that is the objectives of NITI Aayog. Then functions. The same way, the functions, we have divided it into 4 categories: design policy and program framework, foster cooperative federalism, monitoring and evaluation of the developmental programs and policies, act as a think tank and a knowledge and innovation hub. The two hubs such as Team India, Knowledge and Innovation hubs are at the core of NITI Aayog's efficient function. So Knowledge and Innovation hub have been created, collecting people from, inviting experts and knowledgeable persons to be a part of the things. So these are the four basic functions. You have to do homework on that and to remember the four major functions of NITI Aayog. Design policy and program framework, foster cooperative federalism, monitor and evaluation of the development process, think tank and knowledge and innovation hub. Then there are certain 7 pillars of NITI Aayog to achieve its goal. Pro-people agenda that fulfills the aspiration of the society as well as the individuals. So the first major source of force is pro-people agenda. Proactive in anticipating and responding to citizen needs. Means removing the inertia or the irresponsiveness of the public authorities and making them more and more active. So there are certain Public Services Act, Odisha Public Services Act and others have been implemented. So in order to make them active and to wake them up from the slumber they have been in. So proactiveness of the public authorities in anticipating and responding to citizen needs. Okay. Number 3, participative by involvement of citizens. So participatory administrations. That is number 3. Empowerment of women in all sections. That is also the pillar, the object or the basic goal. Inclusion of all groups, that is inclusive growth. Inclusive growth means the benefits of growth percolates down to each and every section of the society, not to a limited few, or not to exclude a few sections of the society. To include all groups with special attention to SC, ST, OBC and minorities. Equality of opportunity for the youth, irrespective of the religion, race, caste, sex, place or birth. Equality of opportunity for the youth, irrespective of any discriminations. Transparency through the use of technology to make government visible and responsive. That was not the objective of planning council. So NITI Aayog focuses on a transparent government, a visible government where the people feel that government is by them, for them and of them. That is the basic things of the NITI Aayog. So there are 7 pillars, 4 functions and there are certain objectives. Okay? So these are the major aspects of the, okay. So we have already discussed it. These are the pictures we have discussed. So now the Central Board of Investigation, yes, Central Board of Investigation, CBI. Central Bureau of Investigation, CBI. It is one of the apex anti-corruption law. CBI is established under the recommendation of K. Santhanam Commission in 1962-64 and it was established in 1963 in between. It is not a statutory body, it is an executive body. It derives its power from the Delhi Special Police Establishment Act 1946 that was created in the aftermath of Second World War. To give justice to the war victims and to expedite the rescue operations. So Delhi Police Establishment Act, police establishment became the CBI later. In 1963, it derives the power from this act. It plays an important role in the prevention of corruption and maintaining integrity in administration. It also provides assistance to the Central Vigilance Commission and Lokpal. The motto of CBI is industry, impartiality and integrity. Composition. It is headed by a director assisted by special directors. Appointed on the recommendation of a 3-member committee consisting of the Prime Minister as the chairperson, the leader of the opposition as the member, the Chief Justice of India or Judge of the Supreme Court nominated by him. As per Lokpal Act 2013 it was added. So they are not appointed by the central government arbitrarily, rather they are appointed, the director and the assistant directors were chosen by the center, appointed by the center. On the recommendation of a high-level committee consisting of none other than Prime Minister as its chairperson and the leader of the opposition in Lok Sabha and Chief Justice of India or a judge of Supreme Court will be its members. So that is how the directors and the special directors are appointed in India. Okay. So they had a term of 2 years, I told you. Then functions, investigating cases of corruption, bribery and misconduct of central government employees. Bribery cases, criminal cases of the civil servants, central government employees. Investigates breach of fiscal and economic laws, that is a special aspect of CBI, like breaking of Money Laundering Act provisions, violating the provisions of Money Laundering Act, or various EXIM Act, various acts are there. Investigating serious crimes having national and international ramifications, committed by organized gang of professionals and criminals. Coordinating the activities of the anti-corruption agencies and the various state police forces. Taking up on the request of a state government any case of public importance for investigation. Maintaining statistics and disseminating criminal information, like the CRB, Crime Record Bureau. It also takes up the statistics of maintains crime statistics and disseminates criminal information. It acts as the National Bureau for Interpol in India. It acts as a National Bureau for Interpol in India. Okay? So these are the major functions. Remember, CBI is also a high-level anti-corruption body like Lokpal and CBC. And the major aspects of CBI is dealing with the criminal aspects, means investigating serious crimes having ramification on national international sites. And it also at the National Bureau for Interpol, International Criminal Police Organization based in Lyon, and the CBI acts on behalf of Interpol in India. Okay, so these are the things we have discussed everything about Lokpal and Lokaयुक्त. So now this is the things about the okay. So this is the things. We shall now discuss the questions that are sent in slide. Okay, just a minute. constitutional bodies. We have discussed some questions on constitutional bodies, but not discussed on extra constitutional bodies so far. We discuss more questions on both of them at present and now. Okay. So there are certain questions you can see on the screen, and there are certain questions for you. Okay. So read the past questions and do the answer. You have done it, but still, let me repeat how far you are doing it. So first do yourself and check the question, check the answer. I will tell you later. Consider the following statements. Attorney General is the highest law officer of India. He should be a judge of Supreme Court. No. So highest law officer, that is right. That is right. He should be a judge of Supreme Court. No. He is assisted by 2 Solicitor General only. No. Plus 4 additional Solicitor General. So your answer will be 1. Okay. Is that visible? Well, so that is number 1. Number 2. Which of the following statements are correct? The number of ex officio members in the National Human Rights Commission is 7 at present. The term of members of chairperson is 3 years. Number of ex officio members in National Human Rights Commission is 7. Yes, because the additional 2 they were added were commissioner, chairperson of the Commission for Protection of Child Rights and commissioner for persons with disabilities. They were added later in 2019. Term of chairperson is 3 years, being reduced from 5 years in 2019. So both 1 and 2 are correct. D. Which of the following are the qualification of Attorney General? A judge of High Court for 5 years, an eminent jurist, an advocate for 10 years. So that will be 1, 2, 3. Kindly check the answer. Well, so that is number 3. So let me check the answer. Option, where is the option? Let me see. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Answer is C. Question number 3, answer is C. So that is C. Then question number 4. Which among the following is not correct about Attorney General of India? He is appointed by the President, correct. His salary is fixed by the Constitution, not correct. He resigns when the Council of Ministers resigns, correct. His term is not fixed and hold office during the pleasure of the President, correct. MC Sittal was the longest serving Attorney General, maybe correct. So you can see not correct. So here not correct is not appropriate. This correct is 1, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, please rectify the things. It is 1, 3, 4 and 5 and all are correct. So that is answer D, but write that it is to be changed. 1, 3, 4 and 5 is correct. Only 2 is incorrect. Only 2 is incorrect, but as there is no option in the question, we should correct the question and write accordingly. 1, 3, 4, 5 are the correct answer. Okay. Now look at question number 5. Okay. Consider the following statements. The office of the Comptroller and Auditor General of India is guardian of public purse. The office is the creation of the original Constitution. What do you think? Yes, both of them are right. Yes. The office of the Comptroller and Auditor General of India is a guardian of public purse. Obviously, he is a guardian of the public purse. Sorry. That is there. Okay, just a minute. Okay, there is an interruption due to some technical glitches. So number 5, both of them are correct because the CAG is an original creation of the Constitution. Original creation means that was there in the Constitution since the commencement of the Constitution. That means 148 article content deals with the Comptroller and Auditor General of India. Next, which among the following about CAG is not correct? It's correct, sir. It's correct, yes. It's correct. So number 6, just let me elongate it somewhat. Okay. So that will be better. Elongate it, yes. So okay. So number 6, which of the following is incorrect about CAG? Okay. He is not eligible for further appointment after retirement. He can resign at any time addressing to Prime Minister. He can be removed by a President after reference is made to the Supreme Court of India. He should have wide knowledge and experience in accounting. What do you think? What would be the answer? Only A seems to be the right answer. Only option A seems to be the right answer because all these are incorrect. He can resign by addressing to the President, not to the Prime Minister. It can be removed by President after a removal resolution is passed by the Supreme Court in the manner a Supreme Court judge is removed. He should have wide knowledge there is no prescribed qualification for the siege. So A is the answer. Consider the following student. Kindly look at the question number 7. Consider the following statements. The Comptroller or Auditor General of India is considered the guardian of public schools. That we know. His certificate on the net proceeds of tax is final in India. What do you think? Both of them are right, or only one is right, or only two is right, or none of them is right? None of them is right is not correct, because one is already has been correct. Is the guardian of public schools. Yes, number 2 is also correct. So C. His certificate on the net proceeds of a tax is final. That is under Article 279. The power is provided. Now, question number 8. So look at question number 8 and 9. Both of them. With reference to, first look at the question first. So what will be the questions to answer? Question number 8 with reference to Finance Commission of India. Which of the following statement is correct? What do you think? What will be the answer? It encourages the inflow of foreign capital for infrastructure development. Is there anything that you have learned? No. It facilitates proper distribution of finance among public sector undertakings? No. It ensures transparency in financial administration. There is no such direction. So you can now imagine, you can now be sure what will be the answer. Answer will be D. None of the statement A, B, C given above is correct. So these are not appropriately mentioned about the, we have already discussed the functions of Finance Commission. So, but we have not discussed these things. Had they been there, then we would have discussed them. So whenever any vague statement comes regarding any institution, any body, public body, or constitutional body, or extra-constitutional body, simply strike it down. Because whatever function you have read, that is final, that is there. In India, other than ensuring the public funds are used efficiently and for intended purpose. What is the importance of officers of CAG? CAG exercises exchequer control on behalf of the Parliament. When the President of India declares national emergency, no. It is now, unlike the British counterpart, CAG does not have such power. It does not have exchequer control on behalf of the Parliament. CAG reports on the execution of projects and programs by ministers are discussed by the public accounts. That is true. Information from CAG reports can be used by investigating agencies to press charges against those who have violated the law while managing public finance. Obviously, while dealing with audit and accounting, government companies carry out judicial powers of prosecuting those who violate the law. It is not a judicial body. It does not have any judicial powers. So 2 and 3 are correct. 2 and 3 are correct. So option is C. So you shall now see number 8. Option is D. Number 8. Option is D. And number 9, option is C, 2 and 3. Option is C, 2 and 3. Okay? Question number 9, option 3. 10. So 10 and 11. Okay, what will be the answer to question number 10? Mr. Rajiv Kumar is the Chief Election Commissioner of India at present. Yes, YB Reddy is the chairperson of 14th Finance Commission, not 13th Finance Commission. 13th Finance Commission was headed by Mr. Vijay Kalkar. That is also there, and Manoj Soni is the current chairperson of UPSC. So Vijay Kalkar is the 13th Finance Commission. Vijay Kalkar headed also the Committee on PPP in India, and it had tremendous contribution to all these things. So answer will be B. DC Murmu is the current comptroller of the world. Which among the following is the qualification of chairperson of Finance Commission? A person having specialized knowledge, no. A person having wide experience in financial matters and administration, no. A person having experience in public affairs. So answer will be C. Answer will be C. So you can add it. Answer is B. So YB Reddy is the Finance Commission, 13th Finance Commission, and it will be C, that he should have a wide experience and knowledge in public affairs, not specifically financial business. Okay, now 12. Who among the following has not been the chairperson of Finance Commission? That is P. Mahalanobis. We have discussed all these questions. Okay. Next, 13. You can do 13, 14, 15 at a time. Just have your answer. We have done all these questions. We have done just recently. So you can recollect your experience and do it on your own. What would be exactly the answer? What would be exactly the answer to question number 13? Yes, that will be 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, that is 4, 3, 2, 1. Whichever of the following is incorrect? The Attorney General advises the Union Government on legal matters. Comptroller and Auditor General of India acts as guide, friend, philosopher to public accountability. Advocate General, legal advisor to the state government. Finance Commission of India distribute the taxes between state and local governments. So it is not mentioned State Finance Commission, so that we should think that answer D is incorrect. D is incorrect because Finance Commission of India distributes tax between state and local governments. Others are correct. Others are absolutely correct. So 14 will be D. 13 is B. The National Commission for Scheduled Caste is a separate constitutional body. Correct. It was separated by 89th Constitutional Amendment of 2003. Correct. It was as a separate body, it came into existence in 2004. Correct. So answer will be 1, 2, 3, D. Okay. So here is answer B. Here will be answer B. Here will be answer D. Here will be answer D. Okay. 15, 16, yes, numbering are somewhat mismatched. Okay, let's check it. Okay, the chairperson of the Joint Public Service Commission is a constitutional body. It is not a constitutional body. We have not discussed it about specifically about Joint Public Service Commission, but remember, Parliament can establish a Public Service Commission for 2 or more states simultaneously. And the Joint Public Service Commission chairperson and members are determined by the Parliament, and they are appointed by the President. And they are removed by the President also. So they work for conduct recruitment examination to different public service examinations in the states under its jurisdiction. The chairperson of JPSC tenders resignation to the respective governors. No, they tender resignation to the chief minister. So neither one nor two is correct. So question number 16 answer will be D. 17, what do you think? Which among the following is correct? The Attorney General is not debarred from private legal practice. The Advocate General enjoys all privileges and immunities like a members of legislature. The Comptroller Auditor General of India is removed by the President. All of them are correct. D. Which articles parts are under the Union Public Service Commission? That is 3152 to 323. Although the part begins from 308, but they are related to the civil servants. 3152 to 323 deals with the Union Public Service Commission. Okay. So that is the answer will be neither one nor two. D. 17 will be D, and the numbers are not properly maintained, but the answer is article 3152 to 323B. So D, D and B. (13) or you can say 18, 19, which is criterion to remove the chairperson of other WBCS or chairperson of any other members. He is adjudged insolvent, he engaged in acquired employment, he unfits to continue. Yes, all of these. All of these will be that by the President. Which is not correct about Union Commission. If role of the UC is mandatory, the very statement option A is incorrect. Because the recommendation is not mandatory in nature. It is advisory in nature, and the government may accept or not accept the recommendations, but the government has to provide suitable explanation why it has not accepted the recommendations. So it is somewhat binding in nature, but not mentioned to be mandatory in nature. So बाकी सब ठीक ही होगा. Constitution desires UPSC to be watchdog of merit system. The number of UPSC is not eligible for appointment as the chairperson of. It's incorrect. Okay, member of UPSC is not eligible for appointment of the chairperson of UPSC. He is eligible. He is eligible to be appointed. And the chairperson of UPSC is eligible for further employment. No. The chairperson of UPSC is removed on the ground of misbehavior by President. By President after a reference is made to the Supreme Court. Who among the following is the authority to remove the chairman and members of the Public Service Commission? The President. The President of India. So 16 is answer D. 16 is answer D. The President of India. Although the members and chairperson of State Public Service Commission are appointed by the President, the Governor, but they removed by the President. Which among the following about Election Commission of India is incorrect? In a permanent independent body, the Chief Election Commissioner is appointed by the President. He resigns at any time addressing the President. He is appointed for 6 to up to 65 years, not 62 years. So only 4 is incorrect. D. The Chief Election Commission of India removed before expiry of his term by the President on the advice of the Prime Minister, the President with special majority in Parliament, President with absolute majority in Parliament, that will be the Chief Election Commissioner of India is removed by the President after a special majority impeachment resolution or removal resolution is approved by Parliament. Okay, so that is the things DDB. Kindly take a note. Okay, now question number, next question. Consider the following statements. Special Officer for Linguistic Minorities is a constitutional office. It is established under Article 350B. The headquarters of the commission is located at Lucknow, not Allahabad. So you can see both 1 and 2 are correct. D. The election commission is a multi-member body. B. It has 1 chief election commissioner and 2 other commissioners. The election commission does not conduct the election of both local bodies. C. Who among the following constitutional authority appointed by government but removed by the President? Appointed by the governor but removed by the President. State election commission. C. State election commissioner and the chairperson and members of the State Public Service Commission are appointed by the governor, no doubt, but removed by the President. So that will be option C. Kindly check the answer. (23) Which among the following is incorrect? Sukumar Sen, first Chief Election Commissioner of India. Ramadevi, first female Chief Election Commissioner. Rose Barker is not the first CUG. That is, Rose Barker is the first EPC chairperson. K.C. Nehru is the first chairperson of Finance Commission. So that will be C. Rose Barker. The first CG was V. Narahari Rao. Who among the following is appointed by the first CAG of India? V. Narahari Rao. B. The CAG is removed by President on the recommendation of Parliament. Kindly take a note. 26. Consider the following statements. The State Election Commission is established under Article 243K and 243ZA. That is correct, because 243K is included in Part IX and 243ZA is in Part IXA. So two parts deals with state election local bodies. It is removed by the governor on the advice of the state council and minister. No. The state election commissioner is removed by the president. So only one is correct. A. The Lokpal is appointed by the president on the recommendation of a high level committee. Who among the following is not a member of the committee? Prime Minister is the chairperson. Union Home Minister is not there. Leader of Opposition, Speaker of Lok Sabha, Chief Justice of India, or an eminent jurist nominated by him. So Minister is not to be a part of the committee. The 15th Finance Commission is chaired by Dr. N.K. Singh, B. So kindly take a note of this. Okay. Now, Lokpal of India retires at the age of 70. C. Who among the following has been appointed as the first Lokpal of India? Yes, that is Pinaki Chandra Ghosh, PC Ghosh, Justice PC Ghosh. Who among the following became the first Chief Justice of India to become the Vice President of India? Muhammad Hidayatullah. B. Which among the following constitutional authority visualizes or is visualized as watchdog of marriage system? It is. Which among the following are called statutory bodies? National Human Rights Commission, National Commission for Women. These are statutory bodies, and Finance Commission and Election Commissions are constitutional bodies. So 1 and 4, D will be the answer. Kindly check the answer. Okay. Next. 34. The statutory commission are created by the Parliament of India. Which among the following is not regulatory bodies in India? So there are insurance regulatory development, it is a regulatory body. Reserve Bank of India is a regulatory body. Medical Council of India is a regulatory body. So only 3 is not regulatory. That is an advisory body, NITI Aayog. All these are Reserve Bank regulates monetary and credit policy, and all those bodies you know they are very regulatory bodies. Okay. So match the following. Prepare your answer accordingly. Okay. NBC is a non-statutory body. National Law Commission statutory body. CAG is a constitutional body. IRDA is a regulatory. So 3-4, 3-4-1-2, 3-4-1-2. Sorry. 4-3. 4, NDC is 4, national law is 3, and 4-3-1-2, 4-3-1-2, yes, B. Which among the following central agency created for preventing corruption? Both of them will be answered. So B, we suppose we have B, or Central B, Bureau of Investigation is also for preventing corruption in the central government employees. But as it has other works to do, so better is Central Vigilance Commission is specially designed for it. Among the following was the past director of CBI, D.P. Kohli. Who was the past chairperson of National Commission for Women, Jayanti Patnaik, a woman leader from Odisha, became the past chairperson of National Commission for Women in 1982. That will be B. So kindly take a note of your answer. Consider the following statements. A former Chief Justice of India or a former Judge of Supreme Court of India may be appointed as the chairperson of NHRC. Yes, the term of chairperson of NHRC is 3 years. That is right. So both of them are correct. Am I sure? Former Chief Justice of India and former Judge of Supreme Court of India may be appointed as the chairperson of National Human Rights Commission. Term of chairperson member is 3 years. Yes, both are not true. The first chairperson of National Human Rights Commission was Justice Ranganath Mishra. Okay. So that is BC, and it is Justice Ranganath Mishra C. Which among the following about Central Vigilance Commission is correct? It is a statutory body. Yes, it is recommended by S. Santhanam. It is a multi-member body having 5% no. And it is appointed by the Prime Minister no. So 1 and 2 are correct only. So A. Okay. Now, last pair of questions. 43, 44, 45. Okay. So, which among the following is a constitutional body? Which among the following is a constitutional body? Okay, which among the following described as CBH aged part, it is justice care due to lack of effective powers of the government. Which among the following is a constitutional body? National Commission for ST, B, and match the following: Rekha Sharma, Women Commission Chairperson. SC Commission, Harsha Chauhan, ST Commission. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is A. Okay. So these are the questions we have discussed. Probably the next questions will be discussed. The rest of the question I will discuss in the next session. Keep track with us, follow us, and we will initiate a new chapter in the next class, Center State Relations. Thank you very much for watching us.